Entitled mom tries to send me away from my mother's party because my lazy eye scares her daughter. So when I was small I was included in a car accident which damaged my eyesight and looks of my eye itself. It's not really a lazy eye as my pupil just lazily rolls around my eye most of the time. Some nerve thing, doctors say. My mother hosted a great party with grills and everything and invited all her friends from the neighborhood. Innocent, right? Well, not really. So I was eating with my friend when a little kid comes to our table. It was a cute little girl that said that she was lost. So I lowered myself to her level to ask about her mom so we can find her. But as I did, she ran off while crying. I shrugged it off. There was a lot of parents that are more experienced. This is where the fun begins. Em and her daughter approached me when I was taking another burger that my mom made. She took a look at me and then did an obviously disgusted sound. Then she said, "Em, what is that?" Me, "What is what, ma'am? What's with your eye?" No wonder it made my daughter cry. What? Can't you at least hold it up? Do I look like I can? Don't raise your voice, young lady. You do not belong to this party anyways. Why? You scare kids. At this time, people hear us, and my mom storms in, furious. She explained everything and sends the entitled parent away. Em swears on my mom before going off. I love my mom. Em wants the GPU I'm buying, is banned from the store and ambushes me. Backstory. So my old GTX 970 decided to die on me a couple weeks back, and I had just gotten some money and decided that since I upgraded most of my PC a short time prior, I would go and get an upgrade for my GPU. I went to a local store that sells computer parts and tech related products and gadgets. This store was not the Walmart or any regular store type, I guess. It had a long counter with some seats on the side for customers to wait their turn in, and there were like 3 cash registers, but only 2 employees were there and one was at the back, where they stored all of their stock. They had some shelves with some headphones and generic gaming mice and keyboards up front, but the more serious stuff was at the back. Also, the store was at a big mall with lots of people. But this run-in happened while most people were at work, so the mall was pretty quiet. I walk in and there is a guy talking to one of the employees and no one sitting in the seats. I walk up to the free employee and he greets me. I greet him back and tell him my story about my now dead GPU. I ask him to bring me an RTX 2080 Ti. They had only arrived to that store 2 days prior and I saw at their online website that they had them in stock at this specific location. I swear to God, at the exact moment the employee comes out from the back of the store with the GPU box, Em and Ek walk in, and Ek sees the GPU and tells his mom that he wants that one. The employee didn't notice them at first, and he went to me with the box and told me that I'm in luck since it's their last one. He was helping me check out and pay for the card. The RTX 2080 Ti was around 1,200 USD and is more power than many people should even need, but I could spare some money for it. Em overheard what the employee told me and walked up to him, and this conversation occurred. Em, excuse me, are you buying that? Me, yes. Why? Em, it's the last one of me, and my son already paid for it. Also, my son deserves it more than you. Said, how did you pay for it? Em, I paid online for it, and I'm here to pick it up. Me, you can't order it online from this store. Maybe you confuse this place with a different one. You couldn't pay online, since their system doesn't have that option yet. Em, are you saying that I'm lying? Me and Sen at the same time, I guess so. Em, how rude is that? Give me that card. You don't deserve it for being so rude. My son deserves it more than you. Ek, mommy, come on, I want to go home already and play. He looked around 8 or 9. Em, give it to me. Now at this point I haven't yet paid, but was holding on the box that was on the counter. She snatches the box from under my arm and starts walking away with her kid. Said, ma'am, you can't leave without paying for it. Em, make him pay. He was rude to me, so he owes me this thing. Said, I will not make him pay. If you leave without paying, I will call security to come find you. Em, fine. How much is it? $200? Said, actually it's $1,200. Em, stop lying to me, this thing isn't worth that much. Besides, my son needs it to play his games and be a YouTuber. I kinda laughed on the inside at this point and asked, me, what games does he play for his YouTube channel? Eck, I play Fortnite, and I want this card to get the best graphics. At this point the other employee and customer were watching this exchange, and even the employee at the back came to see the commotion, and when the kid said that, we all started laughing almost to tears. Em and Eck looked confused, and then the employee from the back, probably the most tech savvy, explained. Employee, Fortnite doesn't need this kind of card. You can run Fortnite on a potato with some cables and a screen. At that point I guess Em had enough, and she decided to sneakily put the box in her purse. Keep in mind the fact that it's like 30 centimeters long, around 1 foot for you Americans there, and her purse was tiny, and it looked ridiculous. She then proceeded to grab Eck by his hand, and started opening the door. Said, "Ma'am, you haven't paid yet." Em, "What do you mean? I don't have anything on me." The employee from the back comes close to her, takes the box out of her purse, and tells her she is banned from the store, and that she shouldn't try to steal like that in the future. Em and Eck go out of the store, but I see her whisper something to her kid, and he starts grinning. They turn towards the only exit that was available from the section where the store was located at in the mall, and I guessed they were leaving to another store. Boy was I wrong. I finished the transaction and left the store. While I was walking, I felt a small pull on the bag that had the GPU. I looked around, and it was Eck. I asked him to stop, but he wouldn't. I pulled my bag back, and he got startled and started crying. Em rushed over to Eck and started screaming at me. "Em, how dare you attack my child?" "Me, I didn't even touch him," I said, and started walking away. "Wrong move." Em started screaming that I punched her kid and stole his bag, and proceeded to run up to me and try to take the bag from my hands. A security guard quickly rushed over. "SG, what's going on over here?" "Em, this guy punched my kid and stole his bag." And she then pulled real hard. The bag ripped apart, and the box flew out and landed on the floor. This caused it to open, and the GPU inside scattered into 1,000 pieces upon impact. "Em, he broke my property. Arrest him, I want to press charges." Me, "Stop lying and shut up for just one moment, you dumb gargoyle. This was my bag, and now, since you broke it, you will have to pay." "SG, can you prove it is yours?" Me, "Yes sir." And I pull out my receipt that I kept in my wallet. "Em, he stole my receipt." "SG, shut up lady and let me do my job." He checks the receipt and understands that I'm the rightful owner of the now shattered piece of technology that was on the floor. "SG, lady, I'm gonna have to ask you to pay this man for destroying his property right now." Em sees that her bluff was blown, and she grabs Eck and runs for an exit. SG informs his co-workers at the exits about her, and a minute or two later they drag her back to where we were, in cuffs. Needless to say, that the police were called, and she got arrested for damaging private property, disorderly conduct and resisting arrest, as well as assault. As I heard from the guards at the mall, she actually kicked one of the guards in the crotch when he tried to grab her on her way out. I ended up suing her for destroying the GPU that I just bought, and got back both the money that I spent on it as well as around $1,500 compensation after tax for all that had happened. And now I'm enjoying playing games on my powerful desktop with a new RTX 2080 Ti while she is doing a lot of community service. Em wants the GPU that I'm buying, tries stealing it, and gets banned from the store, then tries to ambush me outside the store and breaks my GPU. Ends up paying for it plus extra, and doing community service. Mother misunderstands how private buses work. Okay, so here's a story from when I was about 11 or 12. It was that time of the day when we get picked up from school. I'd been taking the bus since I was 11, as my parents deemed me old enough and said it would help me grow my individuality. Plus, it was a school bus reserved for the kids only, so I was in no danger. But anyway, it was a Friday afternoon, and I was looking forward to going home and spending the weekend playing Persona 3 when there was some sort of commotion at the front of the bus. I looked ahead and saw some mother trying to get on the bus with her child. Now, this bus was strictly for children only, for what should be obvious reasons. We had no way to clarify if this woman was actually someone's mother, and it was better safe than sorry, as they'd say. What I heard next though was absolutely mind-boggling though. The conversation between the driver and this lady was, frankly, hilarious. Keep in mind, I was living in the UK at the time, so prepare for some British slang phrases. Bus driver, I'm sorry ma'am, you can't get on. The bus is reserved for the children. You'll have to find another way home. Mother, what the fuck? Keep in mind, this is a bus with 8 to 12-year-olds on it. I come all the way out here. I walk to collect my damn daughter, only to find some minimum wage asshole won't let me get this bus home. Do you know what I've gone through? Bus driver, sorry, ma'am, but children only. We can't risk letting a random adult on. Mother, so you're calling me a fucking nonce? How do I know you aren't one? At this point, everybody on the bus was staring at the woman and the poor driver looked like he wanted to just get on with his job. But of course, the woman would not relent. Mother, I have a right to be on this bus. My children are part of the school. Bus driver, then by all means, your children can get on. Just not you. It's policy. By then, the daughter, who was around my age, tried to slip onto the bus, blushing, clearly embarrassed at the attention, but her mother sharply tugged her back. Mother, no, you are not getting on this bus until this asshole lets me on with you. After 10 minutes of back and forth, the mother eventually left, taking her child with her, and the driver sighed with relief as we finally headed off home. The ironic part is, the woman's daughter I ended up dating, and I still do to this day, and she said once, and I quote sometimes, I wish I had your parents, or even anybody else's. Dad and daughter try to steal a Ferrari while I work on it. So for some background, I'm 18, 6 feet 1 inch, and about 190 lbs. I've been trying to make my own business from unwrapping cars, vinyl wrap, interior, and exterior detailing, and I was so lucky to have a guy in my area ask if I could unwrap his Ferrari, a 488. If anyone is curious, I give him my price and estimated time it would take to do it. A few days, immobile, so I gotta go to him. He agrees, so I start work. I get to my 3rd day of work, removing adhesive from the wrap, and am working at the end of his driveway as that's where the sun is making my life easier, and this daddy and daughter come walking down. Ed is the dad, mid-40s in age. Egg is the daughter, maybe 16 or 17. Ed, nice car you got there. Me, thank you. I'm just working on it, so I'll tell the owner you like it. Ed, you got the keys to it? Me, no, I don't have the car keys. Sorry. Egg, can I sit in it? It looks fun. Me, no, it's not my car, so I can't let you sit in it. But asterisk points to my ratty 86 feet Toyota PICKUP asterisk, you can sit in that. That's my car. I don't mind if you sit in it. Egg, ooh, that's disgusting. No way I'm sitting in that. Me, asterisk STANDS up from KNEELING asterisk, well, I can't let you sit in here. It's not my car. I couldn't let you sit in it if I wanted to let you. Ed, so, she is just sitting in it, not gonna hurt me. Asterisk, I turn to face the dad. Big mistake, yes, it can hurt the car. As I say that, I hear the door open and shut quickly. I turn to face the car. Just as she locks the door, I try to open it. No luck. Me, asterisk KNOCKING on the window, you need to get out right now. Ed, back off before I make you. As he says this, I start my way around to the passenger door to try that one. Dad sees this and quickly pushes me over. Door unlocks and he jumps in too. I get up and honk my truck's horn to let the owner know something is up. He comes out cause, well, it's an expensive car. As he does, I call the police cause it's obvious that they aren't gonna get out anytime soon. The owner tries to talk to them, but they both mock him. I tell the operator that people are trying to steal a Ferrari. That got their attention. 4 or 5 cops come up hella fast. Code 3, lights and sirens for those who don't know. Ed and Egg don't seem scared by them. The cops get the key from the owner and they try to unlock the door and open it as quickly as possible. They just keep blocking it with no luck. It took lots of talking and lots of trying. They stop trying for like 5 minutes and surprise them by unlocking it and opening the door. Suddenly, they start screaming and kicking. The dad somehow gets away from the officer and runs at me. I try to defend myself, but he gets me in the gut really good and knocks me to the ground. The officers get control of him again and make sure I'm fine, and asked if I wanted to press charges. That was a fast yes, as he has wasted over an hour of work and felt like he destroyed my gut, along with a bunch of other charges that he got per request of the owner and all the laws he and his daughter broke. This happened about a week ago, and I'm feeling much better and got a ride in the Ferrari as a thank you. The Ed and the Egg. I'm not sure what happened to them, but I'm sure it wasn't good.